All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Night Sky Arena. Map 2 coming up. Map 2 is Breeze. Previous map, One fans had a pretty dominant two halves. Comet did start to crawl back in during the defensive half, but just wasn't enough for them to actually find and make any damage. Looks like both of these teams going to come out with a pretty... No, I was going to say that, but... Comet of a...
I can read your mind there.
Comet of a Waylay Yoru on Breeze. Now, if there is any map that you're going to make current Yoru work, I would assume that Breeze is one of the better ones, you know? You can still do a lot of the same plays with Yoru. You still have a flash for setting up plays, cross-map teleports, and for rotations are really good still. You can get that op online. I think that Yoru is pretty viable on Breeze if you have it really, really drilled. The Waylay, though, that's not something that I would personally recommend. Now, I don't listen to what I have to say. My team just lost a match last night, so what do I know? But Yoru on Breeze, I would think is the same as playing Arrays on Breeze. The dash just doesn't have any cover. You know, there's no cover. Oh my god, what? One fans have just locked a Reyna for Onodaya. Fair enough. If you're gonna have anyone play Reyna, I guess it has to be Onodaya. What is going on?
I mean,
I'm just at a loss.
these comms looking interesting, man.
Okay, straight into it. I'm excited for this one. I want to see what these teams have to show us. Somehow, some way, One fans have made Comet look like a sensible, reasonable team whenever it comes to the team compositions. That's a skill. Looks like...
I mean, that Radial pull is not something you see every day, man.
Yeah. It's like Comet are grouping up over towards B. Want to do something over on B. Pinging out Elbow. Want to get some early space, but One fans have read this pretty well. A is the weak side. Omen immediately throwing that one way. Holding this smoke. Drone will come through and re-clear it. Yoru has found proof. That's the Viper down, which actually forces One fans to speed up, but Vincent finds Viper. Sight hit canceled. Dart comes out as well. Gets pings. Timbuktu straight through the smoke. Finds one, but Onodaya and Redux get the trades. 2 versus 3. For a minute there, Comet forgot how dangerous One fans were before Onodaya gave them a reminder. They're just grouped up holding backside. At the same time, One fans have the spike.
There.
Crossing over.
There.
Harbor reinforces his smoke. Top of the spike. Still enough time. Harbor smoke will fade. Viper tucks into safety. Fish. Pot shots taken. Ari finds Redux. Flash comes through as well. Onodaya versus the world. And Dora finishes the round out. That's a pistol. Okay, that's a pistol for Comet. First of its kind. Something unheard of.
I mean, if there is a round to win, if you want to get back on your feet, especially after losing a map, it has to be the first pistol, man.
Exactly.
Those pistol rounds are the tone setters, especially now coming out of a rough loss. Obviously, I don't think Zero G are going to let the momentum fall, though. I think they're going to take that loss pretty well.
Opening picks come out for Comet. But One fans are not going to go down with a fight, even on the eco round. Waylay immediately dashes into a Zero and finds 2, and all of a sudden, Comet are showing something pretty cool with this Waylay. Taking risks, making plays, leaving proof as the last one left alive. And what is he saving? I don't know. Has nothing with a bandit.
Gun here.
Oh, wants to wrap back around through middle. Ari peeks out in the door, puts it into it. The 4K for the Waylay. If you're gonna play a Waylay, it has to be Ari. This guy's looking incredible.
Yeah, I mean, questions were asked about the Waylay, but so far, ZeroG are proving that maybe that Waylay pick was not so crazy after all. I think now Comet looking to take this mid fight early now. Doors. Symbolic quick pick outlaw.
Dex headshot being on Timbuk2 to find the trade. Ari missed shot. This bonus is less of a bonus and more of a buy. Viper dashing out into arches. Finding space, even if he doesn't have the dash. Azuro.
Toxins going up.
Time comes through, doesn't find anything, instead is broken. Information still gained. Ari waylays slow. Stops their advance. Spike comes through, but Azuro finds Fish. Zora finds Azuro. Trade comes through. Viper manages to get a +1 onto Zora. 2 left alive for Comet. Still doable, but not looking probable. As well as the reinforcement on the shield comes through. Viper drone. The Sova drone doesn't scan Viper, but Ari still manages to find the kill. This is still dangerous. Comet are still in this proof.
There.
Maneuvering around the pit, but Vincent, the run and gun with the Spectre. Now Redux is the last one left alive on the harbor. No utility to be heard of. Doesn't know where they are. Footstep heard. Holds the angle, finds the first. Azuro, last one left alive. Oh, Vincent, last one's left alive. Oh my god, Redux! Either way!
What can I say? I do this for a living.
I mean, I know it's the anti-bonus, but it was hard fought for sure, but round still goes to Redux. Closing it up for OnlyFans.
And yeah, I don't know about you, but I for sure thought that ZeroG were going to pull a third one back there. I mean, 2v1, but Redux just beautifully played those fights.
They're looking completely different. Doesn't even matter that the drone didn't scan Viper as it was coming out of McDonald's. Still manages to find the kill. That's all they need.
Cover going out.
Same setup as the pistol round, except Waylay Yoru pinching through mid. Pings come out as well. They know they don't have the space, but OnlyFans just going to decide to speed up onto A, finding this orb. On the other side of the map, however, Sova has found the gap on B with the spike. Proof walks straight out in the middle, dies to Fish. Mid is lost, goes to the defenders. Zora solo holding B, juggling this angle. OnlyFans group up over towards B. Wall comes through. Molly for stall. Dart comes out as well. Scans Zora. Spam comes through. Viper finds the pick. Azuro gonna get this plant as well.
Spike planted.
Vincent taking some pot shots through the wall. Not gonna be able to find anything. However, the drone will spot one. Spots the second as well. They know where Viper is. Might be able to spam this. Outlaw stops Azuro's drone. Fish and Timbuk2 find the picks they might need. Timbuk2 blinds Viper before Onodaya finds the trade, whiffs the shots. Vincent closes out the round. This is a completely different look for ZeroG Comet.
I mean, if you tell me, I would say that these teams are looking completely different. ZeroG are actually making it look simple against OnlyFans, which was just not what they were doing last map.
An early timeout comes through for OnlyFans. One thing that I've liked about them so far is that they aren't afraid to push the brakes. Something that we have failed to see from some top teams in the last season of this tournament. OPZ, I remember distinctly, didn't call a single timeout against ZeroG Comet in their elimination match, which ultimately led them to losing out on a chance at the grand finals. H&L.
I mean,
Same story to OPZ.
yeah, you see these matches, obviously 3-1, and it's always good to use a timeout. You know, you don't know what's happening inside of the comms. You don't know what could be happening to the players. So it is always good to slow down, especially early, but you can always change the game.
10 seconds left on this timeout. It's going to be another save. Might be able to muster up a couple rifles at the most. Ari on the waylay has this outlaw. Gonna put to good use for sure. Not a single person for OnlyFans has light shield. Or heavy shield, sorry. But one person does, right as I say that. Redux buys heavy shield. Knows that Comet are gonna abuse this outlaw as much as possible, but nobody else is even allowed or able to force up heavy shield. Silvadro comes out, clears bottom mid. At the same time that OnlyFans walks up elbow 4 people strong, taking this early space, have to do their due diligence against Ari's outlaw. Juggle Peak comes out, Viper dashes across. Ari forced to respect this, but not going to fall off just yet, pinging this out. Dart comes out as well. It's a split, and Ari knows the split, but Proof is just swinging straight out into contested space. Viper finds Fish, finds his second with the Ghost, makes this round winnable, but Redux last left alive, blinded up. Orb comes through, dash as well. Timbuktu finds another round for Comet. Now we're gonna see the real test for OnlyFans. Can they claw their way back in? Or will they ultimately succumb to the same fate that they found themselves? Oh my god, what am I trying to say? Holy dude.
Another seem like ZRG have a read on this push.
Right? First time they've decided to fight for a main. Waylay, Yoru, and Omen all over towards A. One way comes through, as well as the Paranoia drone gonna spot it all out. Waylay dashing through, doesn't manage to find anything, teleports out. Azuro finds it first, but Fish gets the trade. Viper with the pistol finds Fish, puts OnlyFans up numbers, forces Ari to back off the line. Proof walks into mid doors, uncontested space, finds Ari. Bunsen holding this angle, finds Proof. 2 versus 3, definitely winnable. Azuro gets this plant down. Harbor's orb comes through, blocks off all contact from Bunsen. Spam comes through from Bunsen. Stops them from advancing, but the Harbor ultimate is going to be more than enough to gain this space. Now Zora has found himself being Comet's win condition. Drop of the Outlaw will be heard. Redux holding this angle. Shot comes through, but there's a wall in between Comet and OnlyFans. Bunsen getting ready to push straight through. And Azuro watching the wrong angle. Zora finds the first, almost finds the second, but Azuro is still good for it. 4-2. OnlyFans find another round. Winning out that A main fight is something that they had to do if they wanted to get any success into this round. And they sure did. However, something dangerous.
Zero G5 ults coming to the next round.
Right. Something dangerous brewing for OnlyFans. They're going to have to deal with 5 ultimates, and none of these ultimates are bad ultimates at all. The weakest ultimate they have is the Omen ultimate, but every other ultimate is really, really good. How many times am I going to say ultimate? Another one away from Timbuktu, and this time OnlyFans will be forced to respect this space. Using the drone, Spam comes through as well. Timbuktu disrespecting it as much as he can. Bunsen pinged out, doesn't even stop to consider that Sova has his ultimate, but dodging and weaving perfectly. 8 orbs wasted for OnlyFans, as well as Onadaya's life almost being taken from him, and now using that low HP to create an opportunity over in mid. Fish just jiggle peeking from heaven. Waylay as well holding a cross, but Onadaya isn't looking to disrupt over towards B instead. This is looking like an A split, walking up into doors completely uncontested. Bunsen breaks the dart. Enough time for Jed and Reyna to get onto site. Fish finds Onadaya. Azuro peeks out, finds Bunsen, manages to escape with his life. Viper finds Fish as well, maneuvering around orange perfectly. Recall activated. Ari trying to find something, anything, forced to recall away. There's still one to deal with. Proof all the way in their spawn, and with the shot, Ari still good for it. Zora in a main, one looking his way. Azuro Only one in between him and the round. And Zora doesn't find the kill, but does get the information. Ari and Zora separated from each other, but Zora finds Viper focused too heavily on Ari. Azura forced to look over towards spawn. Zora finds Redux. This round is dangerous, and Azura is forced to stay. Manages to retreat with his life.
Clutch.
But Zora is still looking over towards the middle. He peeks out just a little. Oh my god, the timing is perfect. Still 4-3. Another round for OnlyFans. Crawling back slowly. But Comet still have ultimates to deal with, and OnlyFans don't have many.
Yeah, I mean, one key thing I saw and noticed that round was that Hunter's Fury coming up from OnlyFans. Don't really see how much impact that made for them, but obviously very useful ult they could use in the next round. But I think that timeout did help out OnlyFans so much, bringing it back 4-3 now.
Right, and I could definitely see the idea of the ultimate. Just use something that they've been doing every round. The drone comes through. Comet were just too good at dodging. Timbuktu tries to take contact, but dies to Viper's hands. Fish with the Sheriff gets the trade. Viper down. Makes sight hits a whole lot harder. Can't exactly condition with this. Gonna have to put some utility into it. Bunsen and Ari holding in a cross over towards A, but Bunsen actually falls off of the angle. Nervous about middle. Fish creates noise over towards mid before rotating back over to B. Off the teleport, runs over to A. They have a read, and it would be correct. However, Onodaya is exploring up towards mid. He has this mid space, gonna make it a lot harder for any rotations to come through. Ari scanned up, forced to fall off. Bunsen finds Viper, and the ultimate is definitely good for it. Dart comes through. Azura's still slowed up, but Redux, it doesn't matter if he can't move. But Bunsen straight through the wall. Guardian is good for it. Waylay ult
I have this bike.
utilized to the best of its ability, and Onodai in another 1 versus 3. Can he be the saving grace for OnlyFans? Or will he fall just short of the mark?
I don't
Walking
think
out
they're
of A
aware
main.
where he is right
And
now.
Fish finds the angle, gets the information.
10 seconds
Bunsen
left.
is spotted out. Headshot onto Onodai. This guy is definitely dangerous. Time ticking down. Forced to plant the spike, and Fish knows what's going on, but the spike goes down before Fish can do anything, and the headshot is found. Comet, the eco round to stop OnlyFans' momentum.
I mean, it's scary to see Onodaya in those 1v3 situations, especially when he can get it down at only 2. I mean, you just kind of expect him to clutch those, but not every time is he able to get away with it.
Even if you're the only one.
Thanks.
OnlyFans looking to, I think, seek for the B hit here. 0G is reading it wrong with this A push.
Onodaya finds Fish. Not going to be able to walk into Elba uncontested anymore. Onodaya makes sure of it. Drone comes through, allows for Viper to get the execute. Zora is completely captured in backside. The dart will not scan him, however. A pocket is created. Ultimate comes through, trying to stop this plant. It will be successful just for now, allowing Zora a small gap into the round. And Redux has no idea, thinks he's cleared it, but Zora is still good for it. But, oh my god, Redux goes wide! Ari dashes into backside. Proof finds Timbuktu. Comet are in a bad situation. Bunsen whiffs on Proof, and Ari, last one left alive. Headshot on the Viper. He's definitely still dangerous. One over towards mid, but he does not read it. Proof reloads, and Ari hears it. Azuro baiting over towards main, time taking down Proof with the molly. Aimed towards choke, not even gonna matter. Onodaya finds a headshot onto Ari. A 4th round for OnlyFans. They're still down, but showing a little bit of their ego, and that confidence is what makes OnlyFans OnlyFans.
think that from last map and this map, I do feel that One fans have lost a little bit of the identity, which is that these heavy site pushes, these really aggro fights together. And you
Right.
saw a little bit of that DNA last round, which was really good, able to close them out and able to pull the gap back together 5-4 now.
Right, and they're also not exactly leaving any inserts, not letting any of their players lurk. And if anything, I think Onodaya should be the one acting like the chamber. You know, he can get one and get out just like the chamber, and I certainly say that he's good for it. If you're going to use the Rainy, you might as well let him lurk. Viper ultimate goes down, but Onodaya and Proof crack B site wide open, forcing Comet to rotate back over in a 3 versus 5 scenario, another numbers situation. Zero and Redux exploring back over towards middle. Not going to find anyone. Complete elbow control. Timbuktu holding over towards mid. Might just be able to catch Redux and Azuro as they peek around this angle. Kill does not come through. Redux on low HP. Timbuktu missing his spam. Azuro gets the trade, but Bunsen and Ari capitalize on the chance immediately, but Onodai is good for it still. Bunsen, last one alive, finds Azuro. Gets the save, but still wanting to fight. Proof gets the kill. It's a misplay from Bunsen.
I do feel like ZG are losing their grip on the game right now. One fans able to pull 2 in a row together. Could be a third possibly. Able to get them up ahead by 1 round. Not all tied up. 5-5 now.
Time to jump.
One fans again leaning towards his A hits. RG playing passive about it.
Flash comes through. Ari straight into Proof's face, giving him no time to react. Viper wall down again, forcing OnlyFans to execute onto A. However, they're definitely good at these execs. Front A space gained immediately. Spam comes through as well, keeping Vincent from capitalizing on any timings he might think that he has. Ari and Fish grouping back up with Comet. Onodaya trying to take extra space. Vincent reacts fast, finds 2 with the Sheriff. 800 credits making use. Redux in the smoke, debating whether to push out or not. Does push out, finds the first, finds the second, but Ari's good for it. A spray transfer that doesn't manage to find a round. It's impressive for sure, but it's not round winning impressive. And Vincent allows his team to find this Thrifty off the back of some incredible Sheriff shots. 6-5, Comet up yet again.
I mean, we are getting put in these situations where it's really anyone's game this map. I mean, clear dominance last map, as you can see on the Lotus, but now bringing it to the Breeze. It just looks like both teams are just more balanced now.
Yeah. I mean, these teams are definitely showing really good stuff. In fact, I'd say that OnlyFans are actually underperforming severely. They aren't leaning into one play style or another. They aren't playing slow and defaulty, and they aren't exactly sight hitting. They're trying to do a combination of both, and it's just not working. But right now, they're showing a completely different look. 5 over towards A, not even going to think about conditioning. Fish teleports over towards spawn, not in time. However, Vincent goes down early. Timbuktu managing to do damage on site. Viper is found. Dart comes through, reclears the space. Timbuktu caught out. Knows that he just has to tuck behind pillar. Fish, your ultimate comes out. Pings out Viper, finds Azuro, finds Proof as well. Gets out of his ultimate, but Proof gets the kill. Ari finds 2 straight through the smoke. Harbor ultimate comes through, but Ari, an even exchange, jumps into the pits, but he doesn't clear Viper. Zora finds Proof and just 1 left alive, and Redux cannot capitalize. Zora and Timbuktu coming out ahead in the half. Comet showing something completely different this time around.
I mean, beautiful job there for ZG, playing against a Tidal Wave and a Viper's Pit in a very numbers close situation, able to get to have 5-7, now taking a lead against One, which absolutely took the pace last map, and now ZG is looking to take that to a third, possibly. Maybe One gets the momentum back, but I'm just saying, I think ZG is amounting to getting this map now.
Looks like OnlyFans are gonna start this half out with an A fight. Onadai is over towards A, which obviously makes this the strong side. No glaze. Little bit of glaze.
It begins. Here. Cutting through.
Ari walking up mid, dashing into doors, Fish along with Ari. Creating this pressure with the clone and then just stalling indoors. Redux tagged out, but Onadaya baited in perfectly as Zoro finds Fish. Comet now have no control of anything. Have a little bit of space in A main, but Proof finds Timbuktu and all of a sudden Comet's options are limited. Onadaya with the wallbang and a Zoro to close out the round. That's the flawless for OnlyFans. Showing us the exact same look from Lotus.
I mean, really, attack and defense, just two different creatures, man. I mean, OnlyFans did look so dangerous with that first pistol round coming into the bye now. And honestly, I think that OnlyFans do take the tie here. I think they will make it 7-7.
Wall goes up, as well as the dart. Onadaya calls Fish's bluff. A look of disbelief for sure, but Zora manages to get the trade. Timbuktu peeking straight into Onadaya with the classic. And now 3 people strong. Indoors, Onadaya gets the kill, gets out immediately. Bunsen finds Redux. Proof finds the next, and Onadaya gets his third. Only one left alive, but Bunsen has found a Bulldog. Onadaya peeks around on a timing, and Bunsen doesn't find. Here's the noise. Noise is being enclosed. Finds the first, but doesn't find the second. Viper puts him down with the Marshall. Onadaya showcasing exactly why they picked the Reyna. This wouldn't work against many teams, but definitely working here against Comet, who aren't doing their due diligence. Oh my god, they aren't doing their best job to get Onadaya off these aggressive lines, and Onadaya is managing to get early picks and then immediately get out.
I mean, as you said, if there's anyone, I mean anyone that wants to have a Reyna and be able to perform on it, it has to be him, man.
Red has to be him. You know he's good for it. Paranoia comes through, blinds Vincent, but still manages to get the space along with the use of a drone. Ari dashing out. Redux gets the kill with a classic. Fish capitalizes, finds a second. Raid boss down, Azuro. Only one left on site. Random spam with the bandit. Allots him 1 kill and 1 kill only, but Zora finds Proof. Plant goes down. Zora groups up back with the team. Viper finds Timbuktu, but Bunsen gets another trade. Still up numbers, but Viper is dangerous. Has a Bulldog. Here is the noise. Knows where Bunsen is, but isn't looking the correct direction. Bunsen finds another round for Comet. It's close, but no cigar as Comet move further towards getting this map.
Once again, I mean, this map is so close for both teams. It's really, we're just tugging at the rope here. ONA has dominance. The 0G takes it back the next. I mean, this game is so good.
This is definitely a huge contender for match of the week, if not already been decided. Especially this map so far, it's been a banger. Dart comes out, allows Comet to gain control of A main. Redux ready to stall. Harbor utility. Onadaya finds one, immediately gets out. Ari dashing onto site, finds the information. Redux forced to back off into orange. Plant will come down from Zora. Onadaya taking fights here and there, low HP. Fish holding the angle, gets off right as the drone comes through for a Zero. Unlucky timing. Ari back in main. Harbor Dome will block him off from contact. Timbuktu has a perfect timing onto Redux, and all of a sudden Comet are winning their ones. Viper, last one left alive, can't find the pick onto Timbuktu. Gets closer with the shorty. Tries to keep pushing, but Zora gets the kill. 2-round differential now for Comet. First time this series, pushing further ahead. Dealing with Onodaya swiftly and perfectly. Execution is good. Ability overload. Ari dashing on, making good use of this waylay. Showing us why they picked this combination. It's well drilled, and you can tell Comet are good. I'll just say it. Comet are good. Comet look good on this map. They didn't look too good on Lotus, but wasn't their pick. Viper in mid, walking in the elbow alongside his teammate. For some reason, Comet are just holding their own spawn, just waiting for a reaction. Timbuktu holding this Viper. Jump peeks, finds the information, dashes away. Now Timbuktu peeking into main, trying to check if anyone is crunching him. Azuro darting mid. Utility, big burned. Just trying to figure out where Comet is going to end. It looks like they are prodding back over towards A, walking into A, droning, reclearing. Discovering that this space is pretty empty. Onodaya and Redux, only people over towards A, forces a Viper Dome out of the defenders, and Onodaya allowed to walk up close. Waiting for a reaction as Comet draws nearer into the side hit. Viper wall goes through. Harbor reinforces his dome. Fish teleports out and finds Onodaya. The insertion finds nothing. Fish finds another. This guy's cracking the side open single-handedly. Zora, another Viper orb will be found. Azuro in the mid doors. Vincent sits him down. They're winning their ones. It's a 2 versus 5. OnlyFans, can you show us anything? Proof over towards spawn, peeking out in the backside. Viper forced to fall out of mid doors, just gonna regroup. No, they're not even gonna regroup. It's a save. Proof is the only one now as Viper retreats over towards B. And Comet even know where Proof is. Ari's been incredible so far, 16-9. Vincent's not been a sleeper either, but right as I say that Ari dies, I was just gonna say Ari not dying too much. Entries are successful so far. The waylay is nice. Dashing out uncontested. Onodaya 13-14, but they're all negative. Viper pushes the brakes on this one. Timeout comes through. It's a good moment. Trying to break some of this momentum for Zero G Comet.
I mean, yeah, Zero G played that round beautifully. Then One fans just going straight into the bait. Obviously, they're playing in their spawn, wanting One fans to waste that util, get a little bit over aggro, which I think they did a good job at holding back with that restraint, but definitely drawing out that util a lot that very early round.
OnlyFans are showing us some good ideas with the Reyna, but it's just not enough. Individuals not allowed to shine whenever Comet is so well drilled.
Comet now is leaning towards this A fight. I think also OnlyFans has a good read on this.
Yeah, they're not gonna let Comet get this A main space for free anymore, but Comet are doing the same exact steps. Vincent punished for it. Fish allowing the split to happen. Zora finding two. Onodaya can't do enough. Somehow Comet have succeeded. Had to use a Yoru ultimate into it, but definitely really good understanding of the stakes of this round, not allowing OnlyFans to find any momentum. Now the Viper ult as well goes down. Zora's been building towards this one big moment, giving OnlyFans so much respect. Don't want to give them any path back into this round. Viper dash activated. Ready to get active. Fake teleport comes through. Dash running out, now walking into the Viper ultimate. Not before Bam comes through, but Fish finds Viper. Dashes through, knows where Proof is. Shorty comes through, 11-7. Comet look incredible. Really and truly, they dealt with that so well. One fans had the read and still lost. Fish had to use the Yoru ultimate, but still it's really good understanding of when to use it and why to use it. The stakes of the round respected by Comet, just enough to find them the round as well. And now they're grouping up over towards B. Sofa over towards A. Might just want to drone this re-clear A. Put some pressure on A.
The hunt begins.
Smoke comes through onto
Right
B.
here.
As well as this clone. Fish opens up the site by finding Proof. But oh no. Comet think that they've outplayed One fans, but Azuro over towards mid falls to or finds Fish. At the same time, Onodaya finds Ari. And now it's Comet that are on the back foot. Plant will come down from Timbuktu. Redux and backside gonna be cleared out. Oh, the flick! What a shot! Redux! Milliseconds to react and finds the headshot. And Comet gonna be left reeling. Dart comes through, reclears A main, allows Onodaya to find the space of Zero. Walks out. Viper finds Timbuktu, finds Vincent as well. Round goes to One fans. What a round! Redux. I've never seen anything like it. I can't lie to you. I was falling asleep before that.
Yeah, that is definitely a contender for a play right there. What a flick coming out there from Redux. I mean, same as you, that was just a little wake-up call for us. They're not here to mess around.
Toxin.
Cutting through.
Ari dashing out on the side, and there's only one on site. It's Proof, who is actually going to be found out by Vincent. So ultimate comes through, stalling as best as they can for Viper and Onodaya to get this flank. Zora pushes out on a timing, finds a Zero.
Planted.
Onodaya finds Timbuktu. Redux spots Zora out. Smokes it off, not gonna allow him to play with his team, but Ari slows good for it. Whaley ultimate comes through as well, but Onodaya dodging and weaving doesn't find anything instead. It's Comet who get themselves match points. One step closer to a map 3.
Match point.
I mean, you would think that after a map loss, like, the hope would be down levels, but Zero G have taken that loss, made it power, and now are on match point against the same team that absolutely dominated them last map.
I'll be right back.
world.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry for the delay.
My ult's not ready.
Now straight back into it. Viper ultimate comes out for proof, not gonna yield any space to the attacker's fish. Now, exploring into the ultimate, Ari making noise, so much noise, a show of it, even proof in the corner with the shotgun. Fish finds the flick. A desperate gamble does not pay off.
Time to jump.
And Ari Timbuktu finds two, but Viper even out onto Zora. Two left alive. Sova ultimate might have been good for it, but Viper dashes on.
One enemy
Puts it
remaining.
even. Timbuktu with a belter of a shot. The headshot. Fire. Now Harbor ultimate comes through, but Fish showcasing the Yoru tech
Attackers
to find the
win.
round.
I'm leaving. now.
Sends the teleport
See
through
you
the
at
ultimate.
next apocalypse.
And teleports so he wouldn't get caught. And Breeze goes to Comet. Finch, if you're there, could you set a timer?
Yep, starting it.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm heading to the bathroom again real quick.
Got you, got you.